The headline, Bill, is to get both the races to realize that they're being sold a diet of hatred through critical race theory primarily, and through this argument of reparations, which they both go hand in hand. That critical race theory is a racial extinction doctrine that is really meant to annihilate the white race and to feed black people a diet that white people, just by possessing white skin, are their natural enemies, and that they enjoy something called white privilege, which they inhabit just by possessing white skin, and that in possessing white privilege, they're walking practitioners of racism, and that they're natural oppressors.
Right.
Once
So
we can
every white person in the country, just by their skin color, is an oppressor. That is what is being put out there. Now, you came to the
yes.
USA. You're like a threefer here. So you came to the United States from the island of Jamaica, the country of Jamaica in the Caribbean. And you have, I assume, you didn't come in on a magic carpet with a lot of money. You came in as an immigrant legally and have worked yourself up to a PhD, a prestigious professorship at a prestigious university, and now you're an author. So if there were this systemic racism as Joe Biden puts forth, how could that happen to you?
Well, I try to use myself as evidence of the utter stupidity of the idea that America is both intrinsically bigoted and that there's something called systemic racism in this country. Since the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which granted full equality before the law to blacks, and also was a social eugenics program which re-socialized the sensibilities of white people and made them into non-racist, blacks have enjoyed the full equality before the law, and every opportunity that's available to whites are now available to blacks.
Now, let me stop you there. I've always said it's rougher if you are African American because there are white bigots
Yes,
who will give you a hard time. I believe
that is
that's
true.
true. Do you believe that?
I do believe that is true, but I do fervently believe, Bill, that race is no longer determinant of destiny as it once was under, let's say, Jim Crow laws. So I lived in the Deep South when I moved here at the age of 20 in 1985. And I actually lived in Ku Klux Klan County, believe it or not, because land was cheap and I was a poor student who came to this country with $120 in his pocket. And the Klan country was just very cheap to live in. So I have had my fair share of racism, but I deal with situations head on. If someone is disrespectful to me or is eviscerative of my dignity, I tackle them head on. I don't tolerate it. I move on, and I don't see myself as a victim.
Okay, now let's talk about that. Has anybody at DePaul attacked you for your moderate stance here, your constructive stance? Have you been attacked by faculty or students at DePaul?
I have a lawsuit against my university because as the only conservative in my department, as the only black person, and as someone who's radically pro-Israel and who wrote an article defending then Prime Minister Netanyahu's right to annex Judea and Samaria, I was censured. I was called a genocidal war criminal. I was called all sorts of names. So I have 4 lawsuits against my university.
Now,
I am persona non. So I
okay,
have been
so the
excoriated and
left is
attacked.
trying to silence you. How about the administration of DePaul? Are they supportive to you?
No, absolutely not. They have backed the faculty and have censured me and reprimanded me. There are only about 2 people in the entire university who will speak with me, aside from the department of my chair, and they have led a boycott against my classes. So I am a lone warrior for conservatism, for American values, fighting as a great patriot of our magnificent republic. And I'm hated for that. But I have a spine of steel, and I believe in this country. I believe in the exceptionalism of the American people and of this country. And I've been on your show before, thank you. And we've spoken about American exceptionalism and my continued struggles to fight for the magnificence of this great country and the Americophobia that we're living under.
Okay, so the reason that you survive at the university is you have tenure, right? And you have a
I have
great
tenure.
title and all that. So they can't take your livelihood away, but it must be very difficult. And I'm ashamed of the people at DePaul for being so narrow-minded, but I'm not surprised. Hey, I'm sure you've noticed that everything is getting more expensive, and with all this printing money and spending by the progressives, I'm concerned the dollar's end could be near. If the government continues this way, the dollar could freefall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. That's why there's never been a more important time to consider gold and silver to protect you and your family. And American Hartford Gold is the only company I'm happy to put my name behind. I have done business with them myself. It just takes a quick phone call and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.